Let's start taking over trades. Everybody has a trade. Start taking over them. Stop allowing yourself to say, oh, I can't do this or I can't do this. Because black men are very intelligent.
Cops, we're not all drug dealers, murderers, killers. We're not all doing something wrong. Y'all cops got to learn too. Y'all got to learn. Proper procedure when stopping us. Do your job. Read that handbook. Know that you took an oath. Know that you have superiors. Know that you have a supervisor. Know that you are not God. You can't take anybody's life.
Yeah. When you thought I was gonna fail, I showed up and showed out. You thought I wasn't gonna ride, I pulled up and pulled out. Before you can count to 10, I can tell you what the homies I got. I'm in that dark place and I'm ready to ride. Tell me what you about. Shit, let go, let go, let go, let go. If you rebelling, you ride and say let go, let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go. Say let go, let go, let go. Yeah. If you rebelling, you ride and say let go.
How do we stop this? I can't even say, well, how can we stop this from happening? Because I don't believe it's going to stop. But I think there will be a different movement from here on out. I do believe that. But it's like, who's going to run this movement? Like you said, we're the leaders, and what are they going to do to move forward?
Yeah. Well, and then you got the whole generation where
we're not going to talk about that. Just know Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. That's all that is.
Yeah.
But I think that we should. I think we should just try to support each other. At the end of the day, try, like I said, when you start taking money away from people, create what you can create or what you desire to create. Let's start taking over trades. Everybody has a trade. Start taking over them. Like, stop allowing yourself to say, oh, I can't do this or I can't do this. Because black men are very intelligent. It just takes black men to actually do it. So if and they're hardworking. So if you go out, you have a trade, don't let that white man intimidate you because he may be with a company. Work for yourself. If it's all of that, take stuff away from these people so we can move forward and move along with whatever is next. Because this ain't it. Like, I understand why we're doing it. We're tired. We're very tired. But how do we move forward? And only thing I can think of is start taking money away from these people, start building us, start supporting each other, start making sure that we are building an empire within tribes, so to speak. Not just, okay, me, him, and our family. Make sure we're supporting our friends and our friends of friends and our friends of those friends, as opposed to calling the first person and that first person who walk in our house is white. Like, take all of that away and call a friend. Call somebody that you know that can get the job done that's black, because you know, one, they're not going to come with no crazy outrageous prices, and two, they are going to do the work or do whatever it needs to do so we can pull that money away from them so they can start hurting. So maybe they will start to change things when they start hurting because our money is staying within us. You know what I'm saying?
pretty much putting the value on us, leveling up on our value.
Yeah, that's it.
And unapologetically, you know what I'm saying? Not scared to do so.
Right, that's the thing.
But,
putting yourself out there.
Yeah, but don't. And this is not to hate though, like to hate anybody else. Just you showing your worth and your value and stepping up and doing what you have to do, us as a community, friends, family, that just shows how powerful we are within each other.
But that's what I'm saying. Forget about them. It don't even have nothing to do with them at this point. Let's branch together. If we forget about them and take care of each other, they'll see how powerful we are. We can make movements just doing that by ourselves. That's that. You know what I'm saying? Like, making sure that we taking care of each other, not paying attention to what they doing, how they doing it, and how they moving, and making sure that everybody's straight in our community, friends and family. How can we go wrong? Like,
we can.
Let me retract my statement. I do know we can go wrong, but I'm saying, like,
most of the time it's not at the hands of us that it goes wrong. And history's shown. I mean, we can talk about Black Wall Street all day. We can talk about, the Panther movement all day. That's what the Panther movement was. Breakfast programs, lunch programs, daycares, teaching, military, counseling. They had all that. We can't have it. And it's all by the hands of the government.
Well, why can't we?
All by the hands of the government. They don't want us to have it.
But what did we do? That's the thing.
We have. It's documented that we had those type of settings.
What's the difference now? That's what I mean by
everybody's scared. Fear.
But that's what I mean by building each other up without that fear. You have to.
That goes back to say, what's the procedure?
Okay, so let's just say let's take you and I for example.
Mm-hmm.
When we first started talking about your business, you told me I want to do A, B, C, and D. I said okay. And that you telling me A, B, C, or D was my initiation of what can I do to support you to move you up.
Right.
So in saying that, why can't we do that for other people? You know what I'm saying? You told me you want to do A, B, C, D. I said, okay. You moved one way. I said, all right, let me go do this because I know this part of him. He doesn't want to do this, or this is tedious for him, and this is easy for me to do. So let me go do A, B, and C to help him get to D.
Okay.
And we meet at D together. That's what I mean by pushing and pulling the next person up.
I had a conversation with one of my associates before. I'm gonna give you an answer real quick. Everybody's interest is not your best interest. I always say you can only save your family. This is why we've been divided so long, because, and I keep going back to the Panther movement because it was infiltrated. If somebody tells you for the cause, right? You're fighting for the cause, it's me and you, we're going at it, right? We got a family. They say, hey, we got some charges on you, we got this on your family. If you don't give us the information we need to break this organization down, your family's going to crap. It's done. Somebody's best interest is their family versus the cause. You see what I'm saying? So they're going to do whatever they got to do to preserve their family, even if it kills them, but screw the cause. And that's where stuff starts to break down. So when it comes down to it, how you helped me, and my best interest was to do the same and build and our legacy, we do that for another couple. What's their best interest? Here, not here. Because everybody talk it.
Right.
Who really walk it?
But that's
Who
what
really
I mean by
feel it?
black people getting together. You have to have that behind you. I know you have a lot of talkers in any race. You know what I'm saying? But when do black people stand up and do what need to be done for each other and stop going and doing the same BS where we're here? We're here right now. So when does that
A lot of times.
Like, click on, like, hey, this is why we're here. Or this is what makes us here. Because they see the incompetence of black people. They see that we can't stand together. They see that. And that's why we're here. Because it's like, oh, okay, yeah. We're here right now, but yet they're still killing black people, are still killing black people. But they're standing together. How? How does that work? It's still an incompetence there. It's still something there that divides us at a certain point that needs to, at the end of the day, just come together so we can move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we can be as one in their eyes, as opposed to, oh, okay, you got them blacks there, you got them blacks there. Or, and then you got a couple that unites together. Why can't we all just become one, support each other the correct way, and the way that we are, and it's not for, well, what am I going to get out of it type of situation. It's what are we going to bend together and get, and then move forward.
Look at the times. Everybody's looking for what they're going to get out of it. You only have a select few. You got a 0.08% that's like, hey, we're going to do this together. Look at the times we're in. Look at the times we're in. Belief is definitely what you make it, and nobody's gonna believe. I mean, everybody's raised to look at the success. Who is most successful in the world? Not of our pigmentation. If you look at that, you're always gonna look for the authentication of them. You know what I'm saying? The validation. You're always gonna look for that validation, and it's like you look at me. And you're trained to see less. So it's like the first thing that comes out of somebody's mouth is nigga, you ain't gonna. Why? You wouldn't say that to somebody in corporate America with white skin, would you? But they'll say it to us as a person. You know what I'm saying? And nobody understands those words like bring our value down every time. Every time. Literally gave us a word to degrade us that we can use, and now they can't say it. We can call each other that, but they can't say it. How dumb is that? Oh, it's a term of endearment. But you're screaming Black Lives Matter when that black person is just a nigga to you, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense. So, what can we do as a family? Like, it's
sad.
And then Barack Obama was supposed to be that hope for blacks. And I'm gonna leave that there. Just think about that. Where we back at?
Because your brother's in office.
Yeah, your uncle, your uncle gonna take it. You know? But that's the business of doing business. And let me say again, we got white friends, white clients, Mexican, Asian, whatever, that are beautiful people. But the people who take the entitlement to the badge, to the law, to the whatever, and abuse it, that are of white skin, I'm pretty sure if our white friends got together, they wouldn't stand for it either.
Yeah, of course not. I digress. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. Because I'm pretty sure I can think of two people personally that are white that will beat another white person's butt over what's going on right now. And I can name a couple. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not just that. It's just, yeah. I'm not going to go back into that, but yeah. So I think right now, at this point, just to kind of sum whatever we got going on right now up, support Black-owned businesses, support us, support each other, have each other's back. let's put down these phones and take care of each other when there is a situation. Women, protect these black kings out here. Men, protect these black queens out here. Make sure that we are protecting each other, because we all we got. At this point, we are all we got. So make sure that you're just, I forgot what I was saying.
Hold on, be strong.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like, so we're gonna bring the kitties in here. We kind of touched on the subject maybe 2 days ago with them, but we really want to know how they feel about being black in America, and how they feel about you know, their dad going out on a daily, and the boys, how they feel about being black men in today's society. Like, we just want to know how they're feeling.
Opinions.
So yeah, he's gonna go get the kids, and oh yeah, by the way, while he's going, support our businesses. Lillian Avenue. I sell t-shirts and cups, and Rock Solid Innovations, that HVAC company. Make sure you go on Instagram, follow us, and we'll definitely drop the link below.
All right, so
I know.
nice.
Okay, we'll start with you, Noah.
Yeah, we're gonna start with the youngest.
How do you feel about what's going on right now?
Like,
Black Lives Matter.
like how 2020 is.
Yeah.
I wish 2020 was canceled.
Okay, so how do you feel about being black? Let's ask that.
Black Lives Matter.
There you have it.
Alrighty then. So, how do you feel about what's going on right now?
It's crazy. Like in Atlanta, when they had the protests, that is like, ugh. But I mean, they can protest peacefully without doing all the destructive stuff. But I mean, hey,
We saw Michael here.
So some stuff's got to happen.
So how do you feel about having black brothers and a black dad? And how safe do you feel with them going out?
I don't know.
Are you scared? Are you...
Sometimes I'm worried because you know how police are these days and how they don't really get charged for this stuff. So sometimes I'm worried, but I just know they're gonna be alright.
That's a good way to think about things.
You be quiet.
And you, how do you feel about your dad being out there?
I feel confident that he's good enough. He knows how to cooperate and like not raise his temper and stuff like that. He knows how to cooperate.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Let 'em speak.
And like he like follows orders. He doesn't like start arguments with anyone.
How do you feel about being black and doing what you need to do going out?
Good.
Are you scared?
No.
So, okay, let me ask you this. If a cop was to approach you, what would you do?
So like follow his orders and I like raise my temper, like cooperate with him.
No, if a cop approach you.
Follow the orders. Or just one.
Are you
That'll
scared?
get you shot. Running will get you shot. Don't run.
Did you say?
Don't run. We definitely don't want you to run. Are you scared of cops?
Yes.
Why are you scared of cops? Why are you scared of cops?
Because of now.
Because of what's going on. That's
Tonight, you scared of cops?
Because at the end of the day, I don't know, they're not gonna do nothing to me. Because I know my rights. And I just know, yeah, they can't do anything to me. They touch me. Oh, Nikki.
Okay. Well, off camera we'll have a talk, but
no talking now.
I mean we'll have another talk, but when it comes down to it, how many times you heard me tell y'all you don't fear anything?
A long time.
A lot of time.
It's nothing to fear. If you don't do nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about.
That means not running.
Right. So when somebody approaches you with the badge on, whether it's a woman or a man, white or black, you stand firm in who you are as a person. That doesn't mean come off aggressive. That means talk to them like they're a person. People get scared and frantic. I ain't do nothing. What I do? What? All of that, it's a mental thing. When you move your hands and you do this, they're going to tell you to stop moving. Put your hands down. All that. It's a way to be nice, subtle, and easy. I've got stopped by plenty of cops. Never have I ever once had an encounter where I've got beaten up, shot, gun pulled on me, tased, baton, yelled at. I've gotten stopped with weapons on me. I've got stopped in when I was right, when I was wrong. The main thing is you have to remember these are people. Just like you're scared, everybody else is scared, but nobody has people to talk to them. Nobody has people to tell them, you don't have to be so aggressive. You don't have to roll down your window just a little bit and say, there's ways to respect somebody that thinks less of you, that is scared of you. It's just like a spider. That spider is just as scared as you being afraid of it. Think of it like that. So,
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
they only strike out of fear. So, I don't know what you're going to do, little black kid. I'm going to show my colors. I'm going to show my authority. You call them, talk to them. I have a thing where I call everybody brother. I don't care who you are. I'm calling you brother. Because it's hard to be aggressive to somebody that's calling you a brother rather than officer. How you doing, officer? You already gave them a higher authority. Now they know they're above you. Brother is equal. You understand? Ma'am, sir, brother, address them like that. So everything is respectful. I know I was such and such, but whatever. Acknowledge that you may have been wrong. Right there is not the time to dispute it. You understand what I'm saying? If somebody's angry, y'all got to learn how to read people. And that's what everybody's missing these days. Nobody knows how to read a person. That person could have been a tipping point, and your Man, what you want? What you stopping me for? That could have took them to the next level. Pay attention, because what I'm telling you, it will guide you. You understand?
Yes.
It'll guide you. You as a cop, if you want to go into law enforcement, you could set somebody else off. I'm just saying that as a generality. I'm just saying, you know, the way you walk up, the way you come to the side of the car, and you're letting them know that something's not right. The way you walk up as a cop can determine things. You know, you don't approach, and cops got to learn that we're equal. They have to learn we're equal too. So when they come up, let me see you. Hey, how you doing today? Doing all right? Make them speak to you. They are public servants. Did y'all know that? No reason to be afraid of a cop. If something happens, who you gonna call? You. That made your day. But y'all got to learn to depend on other sources and not be scared, man. It's all about human contact, human transfers, human energy, all that good stuff. Human. All right. So know who you are, and then know who you're dealing with. That's how you get by. Know who you are, know who you're dealing with. You know who you're dealing with. So, for everybody who doesn't know, young black men out here, if authority stops you, whether you're doing something right, doing something wrong, first of all, try not to smell like a pound of weed in the car. Let's start with that. If you're using marijuana, use it at home in your leisure. Don't be out with it. That's gonna attract things. Don't be the person that attracts things to you. Anyway, when you stop, you get stopped, you got a vehicle, make sure it's in the you got a weapon, make sure it's in the glove compartment. When you do pull over, you have time. As much times as y'all text and drive and y'all not supposed to, as you're getting stopped, you can pull out your wallet and do all of that by the time you get to the shoulder or whatever you got to pull over. You should have your wallet, your license already out. Put the car in park, turn the car off, take the key out. You want to have your license and your keys in your hand on the window, rolled all the way down. Just have it here. Then you can maintain the conversation. Hey, how you doing? They don't have to ask you for your license and registration. And cops, you already know. When you read the tag, you know if it's registered, you know if that person's license is suspended, you know if the car has insurance. So all you need is the license. Here I am. And dudes, if y'all doing something wrong, y'all navigating how y'all ain't supposed to be navigating, just don't, or let somebody else drive. But that's the proper procedure. Make sure you have your stuff out already. Make sure you turn off the car so they know you're not running. Duh. They see the taillights go off and the car's not moving, they know you're not running. Take the keys out. They see the keys hanging. They see your license. You don't want no problems. Don't ask them why they stop you. Ask them how their day is going. Going good. Shut up and look at them. Let them talk. Know who you're dealing with. Let them have what they came to do. They came to do a job of authority. Let them have that authority. Learn how to fall back. All bosses do. Learn how to fall back and play your position. Your position is a civilian. Let that person of authority do what they came to do so y'all can get the heck on about y'all day. That's it. Proper procedure. Don't dispute it. Man, I didn't even realize. If you were speeding, they say you were speeding, I didn't even realize. You know what? Go on about your business. Just slow it down. It might end up like that rather than, I wasn't speeding. Sir, we got you such. Man, but I was doing. Doesn't even call for it. It's not the place. You're going to end up paying $1,500
Either way, $500, whatever your state tells you to pay. So that's just a little education for everybody, because I do want this stuff to stop escalating, like
Expeditiously.
expeditiously. So, sweetheart, you got anything to add on? All right, I need y'all to be safe out there, man. Y'all got families and kids. It is not worth it. Whatever you got going on, your pride, if you got to set it aside for 4 minutes and 32 seconds, get you a ticket, keep it pushing. Cops, we're not all drug dealers, murderers, killers. We're not all doing something wrong. Y'all cops got to learn too. Y'all got to learn. Proper procedure when stopping us. Do your job. Read that handbook. Know that you took an oath. Know that you have superiors. Know that you have a supervisor. Know that you are not God. You can't take anybody's life. Know that. You're not it, police. You're not. And you know, we ride around with the same thing y'all got. So take it easy. Just have respect for us. We're people too. We people too. And for you Target employees, let that counterfeit bill go. It ain't worth it. That shit is it's stupid. It's stupid.
Alrighty, well, this is
Noah, Tanaya,
Georgia.
Rock.
and Nikki, and this is why.
Bam!
Yeah, y'all did it together.
Let go, let go, let go. If you rebel and you ride and say let go, let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go. Say let go, let go, let go. Yeah. If you rebel and you ride and say let go, let go, let go, let go. If you rebel and you ride and say let go.
Rest in peace, Stacy. Rest in peace, Big Mike. Yeah.